Are you nervous?
I mean, I'm a tad nervous. I'm not gonna hold you.
Well, I'm not sure how to feel exactly.
Is this your first time?
Ooh, I haven't been asked that in ever.
What you mean my first time?
Oh, it hasn't been my first time in a long, long time.
I am voting for the first time in the 2020 presidential election.
This is my first time voting in over 2 decades.
This is the first time I'm old enough to vote.
I just became an American citizen, and this will be the first year I get to vote.
Because in the state of Florida, as a convicted felon, your voter's rights are stripped away from you. Up until recently, with the passing of Amendment 4, I wasn't allowed to vote. My rights have been restored, and I'm now a proud registered voter.
So the reason that I haven't voted before would be probably because I just wasn't educated on anything political at that point. They were really certain that the election was going to go a certain way. And then I kind of just bought into that. I felt like, okay, well, these people know what they're talking about. So I guess why should I vote if I feel like, you know, everything's already going to fall into place?
I was not old enough to vote before. I am definitely voting in this upcoming election.
I have not voted before because I came to this country when I was 9, illegally from Mexico, and it's taken me 30 years to be an American citizen and also to qualify to vote.
Not being able to vote in over 2 decades felt horrible. You feel less than a person, you're less than human, you don't have a voice.
Now that I can vote, I feel like an American. It sounds cliche, but when you don't have that ability, you just feel like a visitor. I don't feel like a visitor in this country anymore.
Being able to vote as a first generation Cuban, bisexual, nursing student, and advocate for my patients makes me feel like I'm actually putting in the work to everything that I've been saying for so many years. It makes me feel like I'm actually gonna be able to accomplish what everyone's gonna be fighting for this whole time.
I think this is going to be a really big, important election because it's almost like a make or break for the American population.
I feel that one of the most important things that I have to fight for when it comes to my patients is their voices, because a lot of people will just walk over them and not care about their pain, not recognize when there's been an injustice done towards them. They really appreciate when they have somebody, no matter how young, speaking for them, walking around, chasing the doctors, and it's the same in politics.
The people who need the most help are the ones who don't have the voices. I feel like people take voting for granted all the time, like, I'm not into politics. Well, if you're into like having a wonderful, fulfilling, beautiful, bountiful life, then you need to get involved in the people who are leading you and leading this country.
Voting in this election in 2020, it's very, very crucial, it's very important. We have a lot of issues, you know, pandemic, social justice issues. So this is the year that we vote.
Everybody should be motivated and happy and wanting to make a part in American history.
We need change so fast, and like 4 years ago we needed it. And here we are, and I feel like our country is suffering and we are so torn and so split, and we need someone in the office who's gonna lead and unite us once again.
If we all go out and vote in this next upcoming election, we can affect actual change in policy. In policy, it's not just who's in charge.
If you have a voice and you can vote and you're not planning to vote, you're part of the problem. And I'm just saying it to be real. Like, I couldn't imagine having a voice and choosing not to use it.
We live in a country in which you have a voice and not using it, to me seems careless.
So I would say to the younger generation that, you know, really stay informed, watch the debates, just educate yourself as much as you can.
My vote is the loudest way I can affect change. You can protest, we can all holler, but we also have to vote.
Do your homework. You have to make the decision that is best for you.
Get to the polls and make it fashionable. Put on your hot pants, your booty shorts, whatever you need to do. November 3rd, get up look sickening, and grind the vote.
Grind the vote.
Grind the vote.
Grind the vote.